Hey, hey guys, welcome. All right, so a quick one. I just wanted to start as a notice. Thank you for at least tuning in. You know, okay, that very soon I'll be doing some live video in which we'll come together to give a suggestion about some basic things that deals with relationship, how you see things, and how you feel it should be properly handled, and all of that. Because currently there are some things that are happening in relationship, and it's really disheartening in the sense that they really need to be discussed and be talked about so that people can be guided. And once you are aware of something, they said ignorance is what is a disease. But once you're aware of something, you can actually make corrections where necessary and make adjustments where you ought to, right? Good. On that note, having said that, um, like I said, there are some things that have been coming to mind and people have been going through basically on relationship, and like I said, it's so disheartening. Like it's really, really disturbing out there. I've been able to have conversation with some persons, and you can actually understand their plight on what it is after they've already made that decision, and they're not looking like, how on earth did I make this decision to this person? Okay, having said that, I think there's this movie now that is trending on YouTube. I don't know if any of my viewers here have seen the movie. Yeah, by one of the top movie producer in person of Bimbo Ademoye. I don't know if you've watched it. It's about relationship. It's about what people face in relationship, what people handle. So, in cases like that, when you are in a relationship and at the verge of making some basic decisions, so persons solely rely on people to come through for them, to guide them on what to say, how to go about it, how to dive into the situation, and how to come out from the situations and all of that. But then, ideally, I felt if individual have this background understanding, it becomes more easier. And when they are faced with some particular thing, it's there's a way they tackle it, and they tackle it with wisdom. When I first started seeing people commenting about it, saying that the movie is this, movie is that, I was like, okay, everybody knows she produces a top-notch kind of movies, yeah. But the rate at which people are really promoting it, some like my platform, I started seeing some persons talking about like people I never expected to talk about it, started bringing it up, and I was like, okay, if this one or two persons can talk about this, then I need to see it. So I had to like give it my time, like during this holiday, I just have to like see it. So when I saw it, I was able to pinpoint some things, and I felt okay, let me come and share it to my fans, my friends in here. Guys, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. You know, because a lot are happening. A lot are happening. I was discussing with someone, a family member. He said the rate at which girls are like leaving their homes, their marriages. And if you get to ask these girls questions, what led to it? You will get to know that the well, to me, I felt is actually a flimsy excuse. Yeah, in the sense that you come married to someone on the basis that you guys have mutual agreements. There is a reason attached to that, and on the long run, you're not starting saying that uh, the love dies. I mean, how did they used to say that the love wasn't there again? It wasn't mutual. You weren't feeling each other as you ought to, and the communication gap, like, and I'm like, Dor, this person, you guys stay in the house together, like almost every day. Like you see yourselves. Why don't you call yourself to order and order? So going by the movie I was trying to narrate for us before I really go into one or two things that I have to drop in here today, I'm just using this to seize this opportunity for my Nigerian fans that are on festive break. I'm sure everybody is on festive break across globe, yeah. But normally I wouldn't have come live on a Monday afternoon, yeah. So I don't start seeing people saying that, oh, okay, I like the part that she has to now sell all she had just to sponsor the husband when it was in his nighttime, downtime, of which it was actually a planned trick. Like the guy really planned it based on what he heard from his family that his wife was just lavishing his money. I know a lot of persons that have really lavished their spouse's money this festive period. I got you. It's no more. It's festive period. But after the festive period, you need to cut your spending. You need to cut your expenses. You need to go back to the table, the drawing board, and begin to make right decision. So having said that, what am I trying to say in essence? I before I digress, I was trying to say that some things are happening in marriages in homes today. I know they kept happening. The more you solve one, the more another one suffice. Like that, like that. You can't really get enough of what is going on in marriages. But then, in as much as somebody have a pre-knowledge of what is expected or what the person can see along the line, you'll be able to cop some things. You'll be able to work with some information that will really help you so that when you are there, you will not get drowned before being pulled out of it, not by the virtue of divorce, but by the virtue of the understanding, the laid down understanding you already had. We serve as a guide. Do you get? Okay, hello guys. So I want you guys, if I really want to know if my fans are really up with me this cold afternoon in Nigeria. This is Nigeria time. I just want you to give me a thumbs up if you are watching this live video right now. Just give me a thumbs up. Okay, like I was saying, I know, okay, you know, when you are at the verge of getting married, especially as a single, forget about the tension that may be on now because family members are around, friends are around, everybody's head is cool now. They want to call, they want to check on you. And the next thing they kept asking you is, are you now in a relationship? Are you not married? For the married ones, they will ask, how is the home doing and how is the spouse and all that. But before I really go into why I'm here this afternoon, please and please, for the married ones, please and please, don't sell your husband to your family. Let's assume your husband is kind of person that really does some things that you're not really pleased with, and you have this a member of your family, probably your sibling that you share everything, like everything with, that you don't keep any secrets from. But when it comes to your marriage, there are some things you need to keep secret. Why? Not because you want to be secretive, not because you just want to bury your husband and yourself alone and the kids. No, but because you don't know tomorrow or a later time, something might just happen, and the person you least expect will now make mention of something you told someone that you thought it was a secret, and you will be shocked. You will be shocked, just like the movie I was trying to make like an example, illustrating the other time. You know, you will be shocked. So, in all your doings for the married ones, before I really go into the single, I'm here for the single today. Before I really go into the single, you need to keep your home secrets a secret. You need to present your spouse in a way that family will see, and they will only give him that praise because you presented him well in the presence of your family members. So, having said that, so to my young, charming male and female, because I know I have both fan here, like I was trying to say, when you want to make a marital decision, there are some key things you look out for. There are some key things you consider. Hmm? I'm sure somebody is at the verge of taking a decision now. But before we really go into what today is all about, can we just say some little prayer and so, Father, we worship you. Thank you for this page. As we start doing our live streaming, we pray your presence will be so mighty, and people will be able to gain one or two significant things that they could run with, and they will be glad in the name of Jesus. And many that are yet to make marital decision, or they are at the verge of making marital decision, and they are confused, completely confused on who to choose, who is the right person. You are the one. You are not an author of confusion. You are the one who chooses the best for your children. So therefore, I pray in your infinite mercy that you will help them to choose right. You will help them to choose right in the name of Jesus. Because they've tuned into this page right now, this minute, this time. I pray every single at the verge of making marital decision, you will come through for them. And every married ones, oh God, whose marriage is in crisis at the minute, I pray that your mighty hand will calm the storm in that marriage in the name of Jesus, and your peace will abide in that home to the glory of the name only in Jesus. So, a very quick one. As a lady, the danger sign, the topic, the basic thing we're talking about today is danger sign you look out for before marrying that particular person. So, so guys, are we tackling from the male side, or okay, pick it like let's pick it so like from the male and the female. Okay, what are the danger signs? I remember, let me set an example. Before I got married then, you know, as a lady, you will sit yourself at a point that okay, I think now is the best time I want to marry, I want to have my own home, I want to have a man to call my husband, I want to have my own family and all that. So at the verge of making that decision, I saw a trait with one particular person. If one of the gist later, I'll tell you more about it. And I felt, oh no, this is practically not for me. If you are dating a man or you are with a man that you told him that okay, these are my plans, and he's always against your plan for no good reason. If let's say if it comes like okay, fine, everybody have their whole opinion, and that's why you guys are spouse. Like he comes with his own opinion, you come with your own opinion, and on the long run, you're able to draw a conclusion. And this person is always saying no to your yes, is always saying yes to your no. Then you should know there is problem. There is, you have to be diplomat in your decision making. You have to, sometimes you don't just have to go by your flesh. You just have to, you have to at least be spiritually inclined to some extent, because it's going to save you a lot. It's going to save you a lot. Some persons believe that being spiritually inclined is a normal cliche. But when it comes to decision making, my friends, I can tell you for free, you have to like, firstly, personally, you have to have your own personal conviction towards that man, towards that woman you want to really spend the rest of your life with, who you want to make your forever to do journey with. Okay, so, and okay, let me cite a scenario. Yeah, there's just two persons that assumingly they were in a relationship. Yeah, and it's just like this period of the year. So the lady was now like, okay, guys, this period of the year, I often spend with my parents. We stay together, we gist, and my other siblings that are able to come around, we gist, we vibe, and all of that. Okay, and he was cool with it. He said, okay, no problem, that's fine. He was cool with it. So when it is now time for the lady to now really go and meet her parents to spend the festive period, with, just like this season now. So she got some items for her parents, and she was like, hey guy, you're gonna escort me. Could you please help me with this? I want to go with this and this and this to my mom. Okay, and the guy turned his face, like, you know, that look like, are you serious? You really want to give this particular one to your mom, to your parents? And the lady was like, yes. Okay, yeah, I bought it for us, but then I want to go see them. I already have an item. I forgot to buy this for them. Since we already have it, let me just take it. Then I can get it back and restock it back to the house, to the kitchen. And the guy now strong his face like, do you know what you're saying? Like, are you? And this lady has already felt that okay, this guy is good for me. All okay, he's working check, dressing is not bad check, spiritually inclined check. But now, behavioral wise, she thought she has seen it all. But when she wanted to go and see her parents, she now said, okay, you know what, guy? Let me take this. I got this item for the house for us. But this time around, I was going to see my parents. I felt they really like it. So let me go with it. And after the holiday is over, I can easily go to the store or in between and get the item back and restore. And the guy was like, no, you can't go with this particular one. It's either you go get your parents another one or you let go of this. You can't go with this. My friend, you know, it's not like he was even saying it jokingly, like, okay, okay, why do I? She was even busy explaining to the guy that, okay, I have to go with this thing, I have to take it. I just wish my parent can enjoy this stuff. Let them have the feel. Then if they like it some other time, then I will talk. And the guy said, no, you can't go with this. And she was like, I got this for the house. I want to go with it to my parents. Guys, let me know your let me know your view. Like, I want to see the comments. If you were the girl in question and you are cohabiting with a man, which biblically is wrong, but that's not why we are here today. And if you want to go and give to your parents an item in a festive period like this, and the man says no, you can't go with this particular one, and this item is denying you of taking to your parents, is the one you bought with your money, and he's saying no, you can't add it to other items you are gifting them. Exempt this particular item and give them any other one you wish to give them. But this very one is not going. So if you are the lady in question, will you continue with that relationship? We used to see that man as a prospective husband. And if you are the guy, if your sister comes to tell you that, okay, oh guy, brother, I was actually coming home with some stuff, but this particular one, I would love you guys to have a feel of it. But my boyfriend or my fiancé asked me to drop it, and I did. What will be your reaction? Okay, guys, so I want it to be a bubbly word. I'm not going to bore us here, and I'm not going to take much time. I just want to drop some points here so that we can actually have a proper time to have another live streaming. So thumbs up. Thank you for the ones that are already thumbs up. So I want more thumbs up. Let's keep it rolling, and I want to hear our comments. What we feel if you're dating a man and on a season like this, you want to go and give to your parents some items. You've already gotten some already, collectively with your siblings, and you're the one taking it to them. And you now, you bought this particular one for you guys, you and your spouse, but you not decided to take it along with the other items you've gotten to your parents. And he said no, that you can't go with that particular item. Reason being that you just have that one, that you should have gotten more than that when you know you're going to give to your parents an item. But you said, okay, I can always get this back at the store, but now I can't go there. Let me just add it to what I'm gifting them. But he insisted, and immediately his countenance changed. We used to keep up with that man. Let me know in the comment section, please. This is a very serious case. We used to keep up with that same man, like that very person, or you will just make up your mind that you haven't gotten the right man yet. So those are the signs that, to me, if I'm to talk, I would like to hear from us anyway. I would like to hear from us. You can private chat me. You can talk to me. Like you can send the comment. Let people learn from it, which I would genuinely prefer anyway. But then, let's be human here. Let's be human. Let's be realistic. See, so person says what Yoruba people will say is what you cannot accept as a rich man, you have to start declining it now at your present state. What you will not accept, don't just have a taste or a feel of it. When he now says she can't go with the item, she felt so bad. She was like, at first, I got this item with my hard earned money. And these people in question, they are my parents. Like my parents that give birth to me, they are the one I want to give this item to. And you are saying no. Hello. Like, hello. We are dating. Like, we okay, like I said, assumably dating. Like, we are not even fully dating, but we are cohabiting by the virtue of some circumstances that happened. And we just have to cohabit, not because we were fully dating, we needed to be together. No, I got this with my hand money for my parents. And you as a guy that you even meant to support, oh, go ahead. You know, some other lady or probably some persons might have witnessed it. The guy will even be the one going to the kitchen, yeah, give your mommy this, at least by you giving them this and this and this. And they ask you, who gave you this? And you're able to say it's me. You know, that will qualify you to some extent into having access to them before the girl will even take you home as a supposed spouse or as a supposed husband. But rather, you were even trying to hold back what she got for her parents with her heart. Voila, shege. Just time with a hard earned money. So those are the part of the sign you look out for. When a man seems to be stingy, unnecessarily stingy, because at first it's not his money. So you are being stingy to what she wants to give her own parents, the parents as in the people that give birth to her. So how much more will you allow that kind of person to achieve her dream with ease if she's been predestined to be a philanthropist and she has the resources to be a philanthropist? Will you allow her? Because now you've already imposed fear in her that anything she buys into that house, either by the virtue of for the two of you, or by the virtue of she just wants to buy, she saw it, she's buying it, and on a later date to give someone, you have denied that access because she felt if she buys that thing into that house, it's not going out. So, ladies, my friends out there, please be careful. I know the tension is high, the expectation is so high, everybody wants to get married. It's good. You will definitely get married. It is like they say, the national cake. It will go round. It will go round, but you have to be diplomat in your decision making. You have to know what works for you. You have to know what works for you. What if you just get yourself something very important and the day you needed to wear that thing or you needed to wear the thing is nowhere to be found. And only for the man, the supposed husband, to just come out and say, I've used it. You know, you just come up and say, I've used it. And you're already married. My dear, there is nothing you can do. He has already shown you who he will be or who he is practically by denying you of giving your parents what you wanted to give to them. So some persons only might not just be because you want to give an item to your parents and the guy says no because you already bought it for us, then it's not going outside. Some they could be so strong that maybe you have a family function. Okay, there's this other one, like a close person that I heard. The guy is well to do, he's okay, he's wealthy, like he has everything like at the tip of his finger. And he got married to this very beautiful young girl. After they got married, oh Jesus, a lot are happening. A lot are happening. For singles, for the married. But like I said, today is basically for the singles. I'll get a time, a very good time to come for the married ones. And I'm going to give you a real life practicals. Yes. But if you're married, that doesn't mean you have not going to gain anything from this. You are going to gain something from it. Number one is watch out for your spouse. If you notice your spouse has started doing things they were not doing before, maybe they become so stingy or necessarily stingy. We all know what the economy is like globally. It is not Nigeria alone now. Globally, we see, we read, we hear news, we are up to date. We know what it is globally right now. But then that doesn't mean you should not. The Bible says there is he that scattereth. You know, there is it that scattereth. The Bible says he scattereth doesn't mean he will now return back to him as a poverty. No, he scattered and he was getting more as if he never scattered. You know? So when you start noticing such thing, probably you just get time also to engage your single siblings or your single in-laws that you think you have relationship with, you know. You let them know. It's not like saying don't go into that relationship, but just use your brain. You just have to be wise, you just have to be diplomat, you just have to know what you want. You don't have to be coerced that okay, at least it's working. Check. He's a Christian. I know it's good to marry a Christian. It's good to marry a religious person. Yeah. But then there are some things that are not religiously inclined. They are just commonsensical. Like just have to use a brain. Okay. So as if that was not enough. Yeah. Do you guys want to know the next thing the guy did to the lady? On that same day, oh, in that same period. If you want to know, let me just say you wave your hands like just send me and high five. Let me see if you want to know the next thing the guy did for this particular lady. Ah, single. You will breathe. Just breathe. 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 Everything will be fine. Just a matter of time. So this same guy, if you have not thumb up, just give me a thumb up. Like let me have the thumbs up. Like, okay. So that I can move to the next one. You know when I heard when I get to know about the situation, I was like, at first, could it be that is the guy's most favorite meal or something item that the lady wants to give to her parents? that is making him to open his eyes and say, no, you're not taking it. No, you've already gotten it for us and it's for us. Okay. And another thing is, so the girl started reading meaning to the action of the guy, which anyone can do. And some persons can actually ignore it. They could feel that maybe that time you just felt, okay, it's for us. Why do you have to take it out? So when you start noticing that, okay, this thing is for us, but then you've taken permission that you can always get this thing back at the store. You can go to the mart and get it back. But yet it kept saying that no, you don't have to take it outside the house. Okay, so I think that's where the lady now she was able to draw the line there. She was able to draw the line, which I really appreciate her for. You know, we're supposed to might say that that's so trivial. He hasn't done anything. He didn't cheat. He didn't. It's just a matter of don't take this and don't take this. You know, just like gone are those days when we used to hear that. Okay, some persons still do it. Toothpaste cause issues, minor things that normally it sounds unreasonable. It sounds weird. You get, but now gifting and items, and we know in this part of the world where we are, there will always be one person who gives something to one location or the other. It is a normal thing. Even the Bible says it created the rich and it created the poor. So it is not balanced. It is not balanced. So when you start noticing that your spouse is this kind of person, there's a difference between that, okay, he's saving his hard-earned money. He doesn't want to spend anyhow. He's saving for the rainy day. It's different from him trying to be so like hoarding everything, just everything should just be evolving around him, everything just mine. Only the one he wished to give out, that's the one that goes out. If he's not ready to give anybody anything, nothing leaves that compound, nothing leaves that house. So you, what do you think? If you have, okay, you felt, okay, you already gotten a spouse and you guys are ready to do together, you guys are moving along, you go to work, your work virtually close to the same place. That's the reason why you are cohabiting at first, because your office is just like adjacent each other, like the same compound, same premises. Okay, you guys are doing well together. You go to office in the morning together. Most times you come back together because of the closing time difference. But when it is not time to give, he only gives who he wishes to give, and he always allow you to give who he wants you to give, not who you want to give. If he says, now, okay, for instance, and this is the family you want to give something, and if you're like, okay, I have this other family in mind, can we just do this one and do this one next time? You always be like, no, the family I suggested first. Okay, when you have done with that family you suggested, can we now do my family? Be like, no, there's still another family I want us to, you know, what does that mean? We know that men are principal people when it comes to like okay being in the head of the house and all of that, but this is relationship per se, like assume relationship. It's not like you guys are really dating. So my take home for you guys is, okay now, and firstly, if you notice a guy is becoming so stingy, unnecessarily stingy for no good reason, please take your pen and start itemizing the things you want in a man at first, because if you don't have them, it's going to affect you, because you just feel that okay, if he did or he has done one or two things you felt is right, and you just move on with it. When you will now start doing three, four, five, six, it might be worse than the good one so he has done already. I want us to take note of that. If he did one or two and you felt you're comfortable with it, no problem, no issues. But note that if he has done the good, just tick. And once you start doing three, four, five, tick as well. Write it down. Once you know what you want in a man, if you did the wrong one and you feel is the one you can cope with, fine and good, go ahead. It's your choice. It's your choice. But once you start doing it, like you did it for the first time, you felt okay, that's his way. Okay, let's see if there could be a better adjustment next time. And he repeated the same thing all over again. And I'm sure that by the time he's going to do it the three, four, five times, it's going to be more worse than the first two he did. My sister, you are still dating or you are not married yet. Do you feel that's the best man for you? Do you think that's the best man you want to say? Okay, I was having a conversation with a very young, prominent lady. Like, okay, I think she is an influencer, but she's this kind of influencer that if you are not close to her, you won't really, really know she's an influencer. And we get talking about relationship and we get talking like we're really, really digging it deep, we're really talking. And she now started stating, okay, these are the things I want in a man, and these are the things I want. If this and this and this and this are missing, I cannot, I cannot cope. She was like, ma, I cannot. And I'm like, okay, this person, you've known this person, you guys have been friends for like a couple of time, if not like years, before you now officially announce or pronounce, make his intention known to you that okay, can we take this further? Can we be more serious? Can we take it more intimate? Can we make it much better? He has, okay, let's say for instance, that the key quality she wanted in a man is like five. I think this guy has like 3.5. And my darling is telling me, I'm not sure I can consider this guy. And you see some persons, they've already seen the signal. The guy just had one. And you say, he's the one. At least out of five, he has one. He has passed. You will pass him and give him pass mark. He has passed. He has one. He has passed. He's one. Yeah, at least he has something. Out of it, he has something. Don't be deceived. Relationship is different from marriage. If you are being casual, so if you know you're serving you the kind of dish you want, my sister, like I said, take your pen and paper, start jotting it. Do you know why I said you should take your pen and paper and start jotting? After all said and done, after a while, just go through what you've drafted, what you've written down about this particular guy A and see if you really want it. If it doesn't want it, you can give guy B that is already looking at you or trying to give you that green card, but you are ignoring because you're already with guy A, thinking it's promised to end well. But the signals are not really clear, just like the normal saying, everywhere go first blow. Chicken. uh He's not giving you, just try it. It's not like you are moving from one relationship to the other. No. After you've checked that, okay, guy A is not giving you what you want. After the key five quality you want in a man, he has just three, or like my darling that has just 3.5. The guy has just 3.5. And you see that you can't cope with it. Just take a break. I'm not saying you should break up from that relationship immediately. No, just take a break. After taking a break, you now prayerfully check the guy. You prayerfully scan him. Okay, Lord, what are you saying? Don't be sentimental here. Don't be self-sentiment. Don't just be self-defense. Like, okay, God, you know that kind of prayer that you be praying, you open your eyes and close the one. God, I know I have five key points, key key quality for a man. He already has one. Lord, I know he can add two. By the next 3 6 months, I'm sure it will increase to three. You are the one scaling yourself. You are the one scoring yourself, and you are the one giving yourself hopeless hope. My friends, the life, the economic itself, the economy, the nations itself. Let me not say they are hard. So don't come and add more drama that are not funny at all to your life journey. If you can prevent it, if you can avoid it, prayerfully avoid it, and clear the thoughts or the little moments you guys have shared that might want to be a confusing factor. Prayerfully pray them away, like as if somebody is shedding weight. Prayerfully clear them away. That sweet moment you guys have shared together that want to be confusing to you, to make you think, well, okay, he's the right person. But the little one thing he has done over, let's say, 20 wrong that he has done. If he has done 20 wrongs and he's just doing one or two right, and you want to think because at least there is right in his doing, it can get better. I've heard it when I was way younger, like you don't change a grown-up man, which is very key. And now I'm seeing it like virtual. You can't change him. A grown-up man, you are not just raising a child. You can prayerfully correct some things. Yes, prayer works. I'm in that school of thought that I know prayer works. But then when you have seen the sign and okay, a man seems to just be particular about himself, it's good. Some person does not like burdens and all that, so they'll start showing you with some little signals, so you get to know who they are before you enter into that relationship or before it leads to marriage. You know that okay, these people they are not really family persons or they are not really givers like that. But you, their spouse, they can be nice to you. Okay, fine, that is clear. That one is different. But if a man is not organized to you, okay, I was going to say something that this same guy. Okay, so when the lady was packing the whole thing, she was packing and packing all the food items. She ordered the ride, waiting for the ride to come and pick her while she go deliver the items. Do you know that the lady watched this lady, the guy watched this lady pack all those things herself? And she was like, excuse you? So if I'm married to you, I have your kids. Probably we're just within the estate, you're not driving or something. I'll carry the kids, carry the luggages, and you will just be walking behind me. Are you the kind of man that will be saying, go in front, tell them your husband is coming behind? Oh wow, it is 21st century. Who does that? Who does that? Like, it's not as if she wasn't presentable or she's not good looking, but because she has some items on her, and maybe because you're already vexed, you're hungry, that all those things you needed it to be in your kitchen to add to what you already have. Greedy human being to add it to what you already have in the kitchen. So why would she be taking all of those things to her parents? Something that she and her sibling collectively bought so that they can give it to their parents like the festive gift that all like children often give their parents. But you're looking as if everything should just be in your own kitchen. You wake up, you see them, you want to eat, you just say, okay, get me this, get me that. And to know that this person is just your assuming spouse, like you guys have not really taken it serious, no family concern, nothing. You're just trying to say, okay, if it's going to work at first before you even go deeper. And ladies are married are so fragile, like you're already cohabiting with the person, you just feel that okay, one or two plus or minus, you just do your permutation, you feel okay, this can be the guy, is working, is at least to an extent, and of course the religious person to an extent is not bad. I just want to give it okay, second thought, let's get something, let's make something happen. And it's already showing you the signal, it's not ready to cater, it just wants you to always do something at like as if it's as your mercy because you are cohabiting with him just because you guys work close to each other and it's easy for you to go to work from his place. So he felt he's doing you more of the favor and every other thing still boils down to whatever he says, like everything he wants, he just wants to get them. So darlings, for the singles out there, for the married that have singles, please, if we are able to get some advice, some persons, if they're able to get some advice or some hints before they got married, it will have prevented a lot of things we are seeing out there. I've heard of relationship that got separated in less than 2 months, in less than 6 months. And these people have known each other for a couple of months before they eventually knot it. So why will you be a friend to someone for over like let's say 3, 6 months? And you guys eventually got married and you divorced in less than 2 months. Does it make sense? Like, guys, friends, let's talk. Like, does it really make sense? Does it make sense? Is it that you weren't seeing the excesses when you guys were courting or when you guys were dating or in the period of time that you visited or he has already it came around to visit you like that? You weren't seeing all excesses. You're so blind with love. You're so blind with the father or you're just so occupied that, okay, everybody sees that I'm dating and I have a guy to call my own. He comes around, he visits me, he takes me on outing, we go on dates, we vibe together, we're cool. I have someone to check up on me in the morning at office when I'm closing in the evening, he came to pick me, he comes around to pick me, drop me off, and all of that. It goes beyond that, you know. So let me wrap up with this so that I'm not going to. So when the lady now noticed that this guy was not giving her what she wanted, in the sense that the vibing wasn't there like that, of course, on the minimal, he's trying, but being greedy was the height of it, like the height of it. Okay, then number three, caring but not caring as expected. Number one, this guy was more aged than the lady, like age gap wise, like imagine imagine his wide, you get he's aged. And the idea is when you are aged, at least you're dating an aged person, the pampering should be more than when you're dating someone of your equal. That's the normal phenomenon, that's normal saying, that's normal belief. But in this case, the guy tends to be a bit older than the lady. The lady was like his maybe his second younger sister and thereabouts. But then she wasn't really getting that affection, that care, that pampering, like, okay, you want to do this, let's do it together. Okay, sometimes you assist with the kitchen stuff and all that, but that's not the basic. We're talking about we're talking about life of marriage, yeah, that's not the basis at all. That's not the basis. So she was able to draw the line. She was able to say no. At that point, okay, the two things happened the same day. At first, when she wanted to get the item she bought with her hard earned money for the house, like you remember, she was collaborating with the guy, so she wanted to stay. She now got the item at the mart just for the festive period so that they can, she got some stuff. So this particular one was one of the items she got, and she now picked it and said, "Okay, I'm giving this to my parents, so I can always go to the mart and get another one." And the guy said, "No," he declined. But she said, "In as much as it is my hard-earned money, and I'm talking about my parents here, I'm going to take these items and give to them. So whatever thing you want to do, you get to do them. I care less. But this particular, especially this very one, is going with me." So he got a bit furious and was like, "If I can talk to you now and you want to disobey me, to him, he'll be like, when I eventually get married to you, doesn't mean we'll be having issues listening to each other or you having to obey my instructions and follow my leadings." So she took the items and packed them together with the one she got already. And obviously, reading the countenance, you know he was angry. He doesn't even need to say he was angry. When she was now packing those things out, like, he was just watching her. Happy packing. So she ordered a ride. She was waiting for the ride to come so that she can get those items into the ride. And they zoom off. This guy watched this lady packing the items from his apartment to wherever. And so she was so furious. At a point, she was like, "So why are you stalking me? You are not helping me to get these items put together. So why are you with me?" At first, is the decline that I shouldn't take this one. Then the other time, you saw me packing, like, you know how ladies, we can pack. We can pack. Have you ever gone to spend a weekend with your man? You know how we pack this, pack all souvenirs in your house. They have one thing to go in, like one thing to go into them when you are going for a weekend or something. So this lady kept packing and packing and packing. This guy was just looking. I think I felt because that very item that he never wanted her to take was still there. So he was feeling uncomfortable that now you are taking this item. When are you going to get another one? And I'm like, and this item we're talking about is perishable, like a food item is perishable. And the girl was so serious. So she was able to just, now, as a sharp girl that she is, she was able to just draw a conclusion there that this is a no-no for me. And right there and then, she made a decision according to her. She made a decision and she was like, at first, it's the item. Then the second time, you saw me packing. You couldn't even say, "Oh, okay, babe, have you packed this? Should I help you?" You don't even want to say, "Should I help you?" You just keep packing and she'll be the one to say, "Ah, okay, that's enough. That's going. That's not going. That's going. That's not going." But you just watch her do her thing. And the next thing she had was just buy. So she could just take those items and leave. So she should just feel that staying with that kind of man is wasting total waste of time for her because they are not gelling. You can't just gel with a man because you are only dancing to her tone, she's dancing to your tone, and little misunderstanding, everything just go haywire, and you felt you guys have to go, part ways, like opposite each other. She felt doesn't seem fulfilling her, it doesn't seem promising, so she doesn't just want to waste her time. She just felt the best thing just to ex the relationship. And guys, guess what? She left the guy. True life story, like true life story. And the guy was like, I'm sure the guy never said from the angle that because of what happened then, that was part of what I'm sure there could be other things unknown to me, but then she was so more on the fact that my parents, my hard earned money, and you're saying no. and you are still giving me attitude towards it. Ah. Your brother will say, "Oh, serious, that was so serious." So that was how the whole thing just went haywire. So she was happy, she was able to make that decision. Maybe I'll get to know why she was happy. Maybe she was able to get somebody better. But if you'd like to hear more about it, you want me to get more details about this very information, you can just send um, an emoji or just send a comment. Let me know so that I'll be able to know if we need more details about it. So that we can still drive out more points. And like the take home, before you say I do, or before you go so strong in that relationship, yes, it's good to give a guy a try, it's good to give somebody a benefit of doubt. But if you've tried first month, 2 months, 3 months, I don't know, except you are that way, way young, I felt you still have all the years to keep waiting for a guy. When you see the signal that this is a danger sign, you don't have to put in your head into it. You don't have to force anything to happen because everything just has to be mutual and natural. And what I'll just say is this: when you notice that these signs are like danger signs, just go to your prayer room, pray about it. Don't give yourself the prayers and give yourself the answer. Just wait and let God speak. And if you're the person that are not really prayer inclined like that, just watch and trend carefully. And trend carefully. It's better you watch thoroughly now and you're able to make a good and concrete decision. I know everything about relationship is chances. Sometimes it works for some persons, sometimes it doesn't really work for some persons. But you can be among the little one or among the lucky and most favored one that is going to work for. Who says it can't work for you? Who says it can't be in your favor? Who says you can't enjoy your marriage? You can. So persons are doing that. So you shouldn't see yourself as an exempted one that need to be exempted from enjoying a man or a marriage or a home. No. So let me know in the comment section if you still want us to talk more about this so that I can get more information from the lady. Let's see if she has moved on, if she's now married with kids, if she's now even comfortable well, or the guy later came back and she accepted his apology, they are together, or something, something, something. Just let me know, let me know, let me know. It's nice being live here. Ah, you said let me try something. Let me see if I'm going to go live again before we go into the new year. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Real Talk with Busayo. It's a great time. We had fun. Yeah, I did. I had fun. And if you do, let me see your comments that you had fun so that I can bring more interesting real life story and also we can get the time to pray together and talk about the real thing, real happenings in relationship, in marriages. And we can get solution and get a way out so that we can be among the better ones out there. Love you. God bless you and keep us together as a community, as friends, as individuals, and keep our homes. I love you till I see you next time. Bye. Ciao, ciao. Stay tuned to this channel. And if you're not a subscriber yet, please click on the subscribe button and subscribe. Till I see you some other time. Bye for now. Bye. Love you guys.